Hi, Queens. How are you? How are you? I pray that your day was fulfilled of blessings. I pray that you met all of your goals today, and I pray that God's favor was upon your life today, and that you got everything that God had in store for you today, and that you accomplished everything that you set forth to accomplish today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Guess what, guys? I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute, and every time I come on here, I want to apologize for staying away for so long. But you guys know I got a lot going on, and that we're working towards. As you guys know, we're doing a play. I wrote a play called BFF. We'll be doing that soon, and we are rehearsing like crazy. Forgive me for not doing the behind the scenes Saturday. I just got to the rehearsal spot. We just dove right in because you kind of think of people's time and you don't want to monopolize their time. So we just dove right in. Please forgive me. We will be doing another rehearsal today. Tomorrow. I'm sorry. And so we're gonna try to bring you guys on abroad. It is coming along nicely. Again, anybody who want to be a sponsor for the show, you know what to do. Hit my cash app. This play is really dear to my heart because it is chronicalizing the friendship of my best friend up until the from the time of high school up until the time of her death. So you guys, if you want to support, hey, support. But you guys saw the heading. We're going to dive into this story, and it's here locally here in Michigan. Excuse me, I just ate. I'm so sorry. And it's a heartbreaking story. It is a heartbreaking story, and I just wanted to tackle this story, and just discuss this story and discuss why. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on with our. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know what's going on. I do, but I just hate to see how society is right now. We as a people, we've been through so much. We've lost so much. We have encountered death and tragedy and turmoil and sickness and frustration and loss, and you sometimes you just stand back and you just say, I don't know why. I just don't know. I don't know why this is happening. And to see this story, it broke my heart, and I just had to tackle it. I just had to bring it to my channel so that we can discuss it, and we can just talk about it, and maybe come to a senses of just trying to do better as a human being. Humanity has to do better. It seems like I don't know, people, they just become cold hearted. Um, we got the purge going on in Chicago, where they are making some crimes where you don't have to pay bail, and they just letting criminals out on the street. Society in itself, society in itself, the society in itself. There's a scripture that comes to my remembrance of the hearts just being waxing cold in the last days, and I'm telling you, this is what I am seeing today, and it simply just breaks my heart. We're going to dive into the story, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on it, and then I'm going to also share some courtroom footage of what went down in these last past week or so, with the families coming together in the courtroom. It was just so tragic and heartbreaking. I don't know. I gotta stop saying I don't know, because we all know that it is the enemy that is driving people to do horrendous things, that are driving people's minds to lash out on society, sometimes without cause. And it is really like just breaking my heart. And so in this time, we as a people, we have to come together and get closer to the Lord. Now, I'm not here to bring you down. I'm not here to make you feel bad about yourself, or to tell you, that you're a bad person. We're all in this together. But it just makes you step back and say, okay, what are we doing as a people? What kind of example or what kind of world are we raising our children in? And it's just really, 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 this story just was just really, really heartbreaking. Again, guys, I want you to support the channel, like, share, subscribe, share this video out. We just simply want to cover this story and support the family of the victims. I just was taken away. I just was taken back. My heart just bled for the victim. My heart just bled for the victim. And so, guys, support the channel. Support the channel. Yeah, and it makes you question. It makes you, not me per se, but I can see how people can just lose hope in humanity. You know, my whole routine has changed. Um, Recently, in the last 4 or 5 months, I don't. I used to, you used to just go out and in the evening and enjoy yourself. Now I still enjoy myself, but you are more cautious and aware. Because people have sustained great loss. People are in need. People are in turmoil, and some people don't know how to cope with that. And the only outlet that they have is to, I'm gonna take what I need. And it don't matter if they take it from you. It don't matter if they take it from your kids. It don't matter if they take it from whoever. Hi, April Showers. How are you, sweetie pie? I said nothing but blessings your way. I said nothing but love your way, and I pray that your day was blessed. We're tackling this story of this young man here locally in Michigan who was tragically killed, merciless, excuse me, and without no regard. And I have some courtroom footage that I'm going to share tonight. And I'm just talking about the heart of mankind, April, and where we are as a society. That we have individuals, and some of this is mental illness. Some of this is people are suffering from mental illness, that they're lashing out on their community, their own people, and they're harming them, they're robbing them, killing them, and going to eat a sandwich in the next breath. This story that I'm going to cover tonight in the video that I'm going to show you is heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. It breaks your heart, and sometimes it don't have to be targeted. It could just be you in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I'm telling you, I literally moved my TV out of my bedroom into my living room because I got tired of watching the news. And it's like, you can't keep up. You cannot keep up. It's like something is happening today. This person got shot today. This child got shot today. A lot of children shooting, and it's disturbing to me. It really is disturbing to me to see all of this turmoil and what's going on in our society. And so we must pray, especially those who identify as Christians or whatever you identify with or who you're with. I communicate to God. Jesus is my Savior. So we must pray. We must walk close to the Lord. We knew that these things were going to come, but to actually see it with your eyes and to actually see evil being displayed, it is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. So guys, stick with me. I'm not going to hold you all night. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to just dive into the story. Guys, remember, again, if you want to be a blessing to the project that I'm doing, you can cash at me. I'm chronicling the story of my best friend from her life until her death. And we're doing a stage play in March. So if you guys want to be a blessing, there's my cash app, be a blessing. Before we dive into the story, we're going to pause for the cause. And the cause is support. Hey, check this dude out. Check him out.
I Believe is a lifestyle brand for anyone who believes in something greater than themselves. The time is now to simply believe.
believe in something greater than yourself. And how many know I say that that is the Lord? Yeah, it is awful, April. It is awful. And you and at when the video I'm going to show you, you will see how the emotions just totally erupted. And sometimes you get in that stage where you cannot contain. You cannot contain it because the pain is so deep, and it's like, Lord, how much do you want me to take? I've had those moments where you're like, Lord, how much pain can I take? How many people am I going to lose? And so we just gotta, I say, center ourselves. We gotta just hold on to, your integrity, you gotta hold on to your mentality, and just, and always walk, be aware of your surroundings and the people who you have relationships with. And it's just being cautious in life in general, because there are some people out there who have no boundaries. They have no rationality, and they will hurt you. And this is unfortunate. Okay, so what we're getting ready to do right now, we are getting ready to show the courtroom. Emotions was running high in the courtroom, and both families was there. The suspect was there, and the family of the victim was there. And the victim had a twin brother. Okay, all right. So here we go, guys.
Chaos in a courtroom in Roseville today as a murder suspect is attacked by the victim's twin brother. It happened right after a video was played in court showing the moment the suspect allegedly shot and killed the victim. Fox News' Hillary Golston picks up the story.
More than a scuffle, a near full-on brawl in court Wednesday as the family of JaRay Robertson, who was shot to death execution style, went after the man accused of so brazenly and heinously killing Robertson. Jeffrey Clark in court charged with, among other things, first-degree premeditated murder. He allegedly killed Robertson in cold blood very early July 4th. Robertson ran for his life. A woman who has romantic ties to both men spoke in court, saying Clark threatened her after the shooting.
He proceeded to tell me that he would kill me if I told on him. He told me exactly what he did to Mr. Robertson. He told me that Mr. Robertson back for his life, and that the only thing he was worried about was that he was on tether.
Around 3:15 in the morning on the 4th of July, police say they got to the area of Joy and Franklin and Fraser. They found Robertson shot multiple times on the ground. Video of the shooting played in court, too graphic for us to show here, but it was shortly after the video was played that we witnessed this.
It's an emotional case. I mean, obviously we have an individual who was shot repeatedly. We have members of the victim's family, the defendant's family were present, so it's no surprise that emotions are involved. It's unfortunate that they decided to let those emotions unleash in the courtroom.
Another defendant charged in the case, Tamara Scott, waived her prelim and was bound over to circuit court. Hillary Golston, Fox News.
Unreal, guys. Unreal. It is heartbreaking. We're going to dive into the story. The lawyer there said that it's unfortunate that emotions, ran high. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but to my understanding, the video, that's not all of the video, but the video that they showed in court, they said this man begged for his life. They said that this man begged for his life. Begged for his life. I couldn't even imagine being in a situation where you facing death and you are playing out. He basically was playing out to this man's humanity. And they say the man killed him anyway, killed him execution style. This is where we are in a society. This is where we are. Yes, begged and still was killed. Yes, April, begged and still was killed. Can you imagine such a thing? Can you imagine something like that? My heart, when I heard that, my heart went out. How angry, how psychotic, how mental, or how vengeful, or how murderous can a person be to see a person begging for their life and still kill them? And it happens. It happens. But he took a chance, And you see him sitting in the chair, just swiveling around, calm, cool, and you have took a whole life. You took a whole life. And the young lady who testified in the case, she said the only thing he was really worried about was his tether. I guess because it told the location, where he was. Yes, April. I can't imagine how low down a person can be. And so this is where we are as a society. Where people cannot appeal to your humanity anymore. That was heartbreaking. That really was heartbreaking. So let's dive into the story. I'm going to read you the article. This is coming from Fox 2 News. Here in Michigan. It says Macomb, Michigan, the twin brother of a man who police says was executed in July, attacked the suspect charged with brutal murder after the prosecutor's office played the video of the victim being shot multiple times. Jeffrey Clark was in a Macomb County courtroom on Wednesday for the 4th of July shooting of JaRay Robertson in a parking lot on Joy and Franklin. During his preliminary hearing, the prosecutor presented evidence in the shooting, which included surveillance video from the video parking lot. According to authorities, Robertson was murdered after he and Clark got into an argument of some kind that started in Roseville. Authorities said Clark fired shots at Robertson as the victim ran into the city of Fraser before Clark got into a car with a woman and drove 13 miles. This man got in his car. They had an argument. This man got in his car and drove 13 miles to get to this man. So you mean to tell me after you drove, sometimes we cool off after a heated argument. Sometimes you be mad for a couple of days. Heck, sometimes you be mad for a couple of years, depending on what somebody have done to you. This man drove 13 miles. Before ultimately finding Robertson running north. Officials said that in July that Clark then got out of his car, shot him to death in a parking lot at Joy and Franklin. At this time of the shooting, the defendant had a tether on his ankle, and records placed him at a location. Prosecutor said in July on Wednesday, Clark was in court for the preliminary hearing, which when the prosecutor presented evidence that they wanted to use in the trial. Among the evidence was surveillance videos which showed the victim laying in the parking lot and another man standing over him with a gun firing multiple times. Unimaginable. He tracked that man. He chased that man and he drove and he found him and shot that man. He drove 13 miles and caught up with that man and killed him. Now, the news said that he begged for his life. He begged that man for his life. And the man still killed him in cold blood, just stood over him and killed him. It says after the video was played in court, the prosecutor was preparing to introduce more evidence of a Nest video recording. As the prosecutor was working to show the video, a sudden outburst occurred in the court as Clark was attacked by a man who has been identified by police as Robertson's twin brother. I can imagine that. You, first of all, you sitting in there watching a video of your twin getting brutally murdered by a man who's like 6 feet away from you. Of course, he's going to be emotional, you know. But this, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I ain't gonna lie that this man drove to kill somebody, and there was a woman in the car with him as well. You know, that was with the defendant. Okay, it says the man hit Clark multiple times in the back of his head. This is sad, y'all. This is heartbreaking. Whew. It says the man hit Clark multiple times in the back of his head and back. Clark tried to fight back, but was hindered by the waist restraint, which changed and wrist around his waist. That was around his waist. Two men were ultimately separated by attorneys, deputies in the courtroom. As Clark led through the courtroom, he yells, "They're going to see you," at the other man. He yells, "They're going to see you," at the other man. So that's a threat. It says two men were ultimately separated by the attorneys and deputies in the courtroom. As Clark was led through the courtroom, he yells, "They're going to see you," at the other man. The man being taken into custody in the courtroom as the father of the suspect. As the father. What was this about? The murder, they had got into an altercation in another county, and April, and the man, he drove 13 miles and killed him because of the altercation. Now the news was saying that there was a woman that was both linked romantically to both of these men. Now, I don't know if the argument was about the woman or not. But here's the father of the suspect yelling at the victim's family in the courtroom. He says the father of the suspect is later, wait a minute, the man is being taken into custody, the courtroom, as the father of the suspect gets into a yelling match with another man. Robertson's brother is ultimately handcuffed and set down in the courtroom. The father of the suspect is later heard apologizing multiple times for his actions and says he assaulted my son. Yeah, so he basically was they were saying, the father said, and this is local, so you know people talk. So they were saying that the father was telling them to throw the victim's brother in the same cell with his son and see what happened. This man killed, allegedly, is what they're saying. This man killed his twin brother, and you're telling them that you want to see them both in the same. I didn't get that, but it says that he later apologized. The father of the suspect later apologized. As the courtroom was cleared, Robertson's brother sit and says to no one in particular, he's still shooting him. He's still shooting him on the ground. Already, he's still shooting him. He's begging you not to kill this man. Can you imagine as a family member watching your family member being shot in the street and hearing your family member beg for their life, and the man kills him and continues to shoot him? This man tracked this man 13 miles. He followed this man for 13 miles just to kill him. This is where we are as a society. You get into it with somebody and you die. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what this is, but I'm most definitely gotta block this. I don't know what this is coming through here. You know, this is crazy. I'm going to show the video again of the courtroom outburst. Maybe we can catch what the father is saying. And then we'll go ahead and go further in the story. Y'all support. If you want to be a blessing, guys.
Chaos in a courtroom in Roseville today as a murder suspect is attacked by the victim's twin brother. It happened right after a video was played in court showing the moment the suspect allegedly shot and killed the victim. Fox 2's Hillary Golston picks up the story.
More than a scuffle, a near full-on brawl in court Wednesday as the family of JaRay Robertson, who was shot to death execution style, went after the man accused of so brazenly and heinously killing Robertson. Jeffrey Clark in court charged with, among other things, first-degree premeditated murder. He allegedly killed Robertson in cold blood very early July 4th. Robertson ran for his life. A woman who has romantic ties to both men spoke in court, saying Clark threatened her after the shooting.
He proceeded to tell me that he would kill me if I told on him. He told me exactly what he did to Mr. Robertson. He told me that Mr. Robertson back for his life, and that the only thing he was worried about was that he was on tether.
Around 3:15 in the morning on the 4th of July, police say they got to the area of Joy and Franklin and Fraser. They found Robertson shot multiple times on the ground. Video of the shooting played in court, too graphic for us to show here, but it was shortly after the video was played that we witnessed this.
It's an emotional case. I mean, obviously we have an individual who was shot repeatedly. We have members of the victim's family, the defendant's family were present, so it's no surprise that emotions are involved. It's unfortunate that they decided to let those emotions unleash in the courtroom.
Another defendant charged in the case, Tamara Scott, waived her prelim and was bound over to circuit court. Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, look at just as guilty as she want to look. You know, I don't know all the specifics of her involvement, and I plan on following up on this case just so that we can bring some updates and development. But allegedly this there was a woman who was romantically involved with both of them, the defendant and the victim. So I don't know, what the argument was about. But the brother, they said you can hear in the courtroom saying that he's still shooting him. He's still shooting him. He's still shooting him. And you can just imagine that probably was just building. And I mean, I could not imagine such a thing, and at the end of the day, you try to keep your composure, but we're human. We're here. I probably would have been leaping over something too. You know what I'm saying? To see your loved one just gunned down like that, hunted, tracked for 13 miles and killed. That bothered me. This man begged for his life. And whatever it wasn't that serious that you would kill a man. So something is broken. Something was broken in this man. And you see him, his demeanor, he just sitting in the chair talking to his attorney, just calm. Like, what's wrong? What is going on? What is wrong? What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with people? What's going on? I was took it back. Okay, so the article goes on and says that eventually peace was restored to the courtroom and the preliminary hearing continued. Clark was ultimately bound over for trial for murder. It is not clear what charges Robertson's brother will face for attacking him. It says the Macomb County prosecutor Pete Lucido said in July that Robertson was executed and begged for his life. Quote, he says, I can say after reviewing the evidence, this was an execution. The man was pleading for his life. Lucido said, unreal. My prayers go out to the Robertson family. My sincere prayers, and we're going to be following up on this case. It goes out to the family. But I just want to open up a discussion. I'm going to drop the link. Anybody want to come up? let me put the link in the chat, because I really want to have a candid discussion about the tone of what's going on in society. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are so quick to hurt one another now. We're so quick to drag each other, assassinate each other verbally. We are so quick to cuss somebody out. We're so quick to take from you because we don't have. It's like there is a void in mankind. And sometimes it seems, well, we know that's not true, but it just seems like it is so much evil that is going on, and people do not care. They have no accountability for their actions. They almost want to justify their behavior, but to travel 13 miles and track this man down and then kill him, and whoever was riding in the car with him, honey, that was your that was your exit to get out. I would have never got in the car. You see. And again, I mean, the news is reiterating it, and people, like I say, people talk. They said this man was begging for his life. See, it's not that serious. Whatever you getting into it with people, it ain't that serious. That's why if there's an application, some type of altercation or some type of disagreement, I am quick to try to resolve that. I am quick to say I'm sorry. You ain't just because you saying sorry, that don't mean that you were wrong. Sometimes you could be saving your life by saying I'm sorry. Sometimes you could be saving your life to say, hey, you know what? I'm wrong, man. Please forgive me. Because you don't know what is on people's mind. You don't know what their makeup is. You don't know what they may do to you. You all big and bad. You know how people, I'm big and bad. I ain't never saying I'm sorry. You don't know what people are plotting behind the scenes. You don't know what triggers a person to do whatever it is that they, do. You don't know somebody's suffering from trauma or rejection, or years of rejection, and you could be the one person to break the camel's back. This is not walking in fear. This is walking in wisdom. People are killing you because you done took a parking space, or they killing you because you looked the wrong way, or they killing you because you greeted somebody they with. We don't know why this man did what he did, but I'm most definitely gonna be following up the story. But something was broken in this man's mind to do what he did. I don't know the gist of it. I just know what the news is saying. But nothing required, nothing justifies this. Where is your humanity? Where was this man's humanity? Where was his regret? Oh, hey, hi, April. I'm gonna add you in. How you doing, sweetie? How you doing?
Hello, Queen. How you doing?
Hey.
I did a show the other day, and I said the state of America is sad. On Halloween, they shot 14 kids up here in Chicago.
Oh my God. You said 14 kids?
Yeah, 14 people were shot on Halloween. They were out trick-or-treating.
Oh my God.
The state of America. Everybody is so angry and want to kill each other. I don't know what it is. If it's in the air, I don't know. But it's sad. And these are young people. These are young people, our future leaders, that are committing some of these heinous crimes. Now, if I would have been in that courtroom and they showed my brother begging for his life, and that guy was there, he loved. I mean, what did they expect?
What did they expect? And where was the security?
What do people expect? And I get so sick. Stop making excuses. If it was you, If it was you looking at your brother begging for his life, what would you do?
What would you
These
do?
people, I can't take them. I just can't take them. Everybody's being so hypocritical now. Nobody's thinking properly. You know, you would have did the same thing if it was you in that courtroom.
Yeah, and
Don't act like you wouldn't. Don't act like you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's emotional.
And I said that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it was saying he was just mumbling to himself. He's still shooting him. He's still shooting him. You know what I'm saying? I mean that that got me. You know what I'm saying? I could not imagine watching such a thing. You know what I'm saying? I could not imagine watching such a thing. But it makes me question humanity. Like what's going on in society? That coldness, that voidness, that you could just walk up and kill. So now, mind you, you got a tether on your leg, so that lets me know that you've been involved in criminal behavior before. You know, is this just the mind of a criminal or what's going on? And that's not the only story that broke this week. You know what I'm saying? People just rather kill and shoot than talk and resolve. And I ain't trying to be philosophical or anything like that, but this goes back to childhood where individuals were not taught how to conflict resolute, were not taught how to verbalize and communicate. But more, since they can't communicate and articulate, they rather lead with the physicality than rationalizing things out verbally. You understand what I'm saying? So now you grow up without a skill, without able to talk about, without able to reason. So that's why you got individuals getting in their car, and I attribute mental illness with this too. Driving 14 miles to hunt somebody down. Unreal. Unreal. You know, I just was blown away when I saw the story. And the only thing he said was, I'm just worried about my tether. Because they know, you know, they can track the location because of the tether that he had on. No remorse. Wasn't crying, wasn't even nervous about the time he was going to get. He just was sitting there, just nonchalant.
Yeah, they're not scared of anything. Nothing. Nothing. And they're not scared of nothing. And I'm sick of, and you know, as parents, we did the best thing. But there is so much conflict going on in the world where I can take my situation. I had a brother to get in the conscious community. Didn't want nobody talking about Jesus and all of this stuff no more. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. He talking about you know, people getting wrapped up, then they warping other people's minds, and there's too much confusion going on.
Well, you know, people right now are very sensitive when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to religion, when it comes to sexuality. It's like you can't say nothing. I mean, even though we live in America, and we
say nothing. Well, no.
Freedom
you
of speech.
Can't say anything about them people.
You can't say nothing.
They've
you know
been talking about black people all our lives.
All of our lives.
And I got a big problem.
Yeah.
They've labeled us as welfare queens, spooks, monkey, lazy, ignorant, hustler, pimp, whores. And I'm sorry to be cursing on your panel, but I'm just telling the labels. They have always stereotyped black people
subliminal like we have in our social media and what we watch on television. You know what I'm saying? It's all of that is hindering to our culture, and nobody says a word. But soon as you go talking about loving God and loving Jesus, you being offensive. Soon as you go talking about monogamy, you know what I'm saying, or marriage,
Oh yeah,
you're not
you can't even say, Dwayne Wade's kid's mother don't want her child to be able to change the name of their sexual thing to their 18th. Like, kids can't even buy alcohol, vote, but you're telling them they can wake up and decide they want to be a boy or a girl.
Now,
I mean,
my whole take on that is, you still got to remember that these are children. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
you
now.
have a right to do whatever you want to do. You got a right to do whatever you want to do. But there's no way, there is no reasoning why you should display two children kissing in a romantic way. That is abnormal, regardless if you're gay, straight, bi, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? They're children.
Well, normal people ain't even on the internet kissing and stuff, showing their relationship. You're not getting ready to shove your agenda down my throat. I don't have to accept it. But then you get mad, but you can call me every name in the book.
And supposed to take it and be okay with it,
And I can't say anything. Black people, we have been dogged out for so long.
Yeah.
And stereotyped.
Yeah.
And it's so much. It's too many. I don't know what darkness been released.
And that's what I feel. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's evil for this man to travel.
It's so evil.
To kill this man. And you hear this man begging for his life. Your humanity, your appeal to humanity is dead. That you stood over.
You got family members sitting up talking about family to the kids.
Yeah.
You got, the whole family structure. Kids don't have no rights. They don't. They don't have any rights. They're supposed to be able. You are supposed to feed them, give them the best that you can give them, and try to be the best. Nobody gets a manuscript.
Yeah.
But again, we can't whoop our kids. We can't.
I mean, it was a day when
people do nothing with our kids.
They don't.
We can't do this because they'll call that law. Anytime a parent can go to jail for beating their kid.
I saw a video where a child threatened his mother and told her, "I'm gonna call the law on you." I said that couldn't have been my mother, because she would have packed me up and
packed you up, sent you away, and said, "You know what? When you call them folks, here go your clothes.
Here go your clothes. Here go your clothes." We didn't play that. We did not play that. And it's, spankings and discipline teaches you boundaries and teaches you consequences. And that's why you got people out here now that don't have no respect for the police. They don't have no respect for life, because they wasn't taught boundaries. This story right here, it just took me back. And I had to, just come out here and speak up, for this victim. He did not deserve that. Nobody.
You drove 13 miles to kill somebody. You had that much anger in you that you couldn't even calm down.
Still wasn't justified.
But still, you're the problem. That kid is a whole problem in himself.
Yeah.
He's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
He is the problem because something went wrong with him.
Yeah.
And a lot of these kids think people owe them something now.
Uh-huh.
They think they are entitled. They
And they got to
don't
be the
care.
biggest, and they got to be the baddest, and they got to outdo you, and they
They
feel
don't
like they
care
got
about
something
going
to
to jail
defend.
neither.
Uh-huh.
They don't
Oh, they
care.
don't care. They don't care.
Mm.
They don't care. They don't care at all.
Mm-mm.
They don't care. In and out of jail, your whole
I
life, just in
tell
and out, in
people,
and out.
you can be the best person that you can be and give your kid everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if they to take that wrong path,
Mm-hmm.
it's not on you
It's not. I just told a lady that
because
it's not you.
it's too many evil spirits out here. And then
Yeah.
they took God out of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you got two problems. They took God out of everything, and you know they want to tell us how to raise our kids.
Mm-hmm. And that speaks to just the real rich and the tools and the
I
skills
gotta
that
come right back.
parents have. Go ahead, April. Yeah, and so I want to say that speaks to the tutelage that this generation of children are giving, and I'm not coming against mothers at all. You know, I'm a teacher myself. I love my job. I'm very passionate in what I do, but I see it every day. You know what I'm saying? I see it every single day. Children, mothers don't have the necessary tools to raise their children like the older generation, to respect
Yeah, because it takes
authority.
that whole village.
It take a
It
whole
takes that whole village.
yeah.
See, now you got family, they don't want their kids around certain family members because they drink or they smoke or,
Mm-hmm.
all of them different type of things.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, none of that matters
Mm-hmm.
because they still your family and they should be respected. And they might smoke, but they might have some morals. See,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but you got people
Morality.
they got all kind of hangups now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going over there. We don't want our kids around such and such. Like, who does that? Or you don't invite. And see, they see all of this stuff
They see the
coming up.
breakdown of a family.
They see the breakdown.
Yeah.
So there's no respect. Can't nobody tell them nothing because they looking at you. You telling me Auntie such and such ain't shit. And cousin this ain't that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I don't respect you.
Just a lack of authority, the lack of respect for authority, or that mother figure, don't or that that father figure that may be in your
Yeah,
family. The lack of respect for
because
matriarchs in your family, all of that is gone out the window. So then you enter into the world, and you think you ain't gotta have respect for nobody else. That's how come this man didn't have respect for this man's life. That's how come he did
because
not
he
have
had
respect
no
for this man's
respect.
life.
He had no respect for
None,
nobody.
none.
Because there's no way if somebody begging you, you
They
had
said
no
he
remorse.
begged for his life. He pleaded with that man.
Most people would have broke down crying
Mm-hmm.
and
Or
said,
just
"I'm
ran
sorry,
off.
I
You
can't
know.
even kill him." The average person, no matter how mad they was, if
Mm-hmm.
they heard a person begging for their life, they would have.
But
not
here's the
militant.
thing: the brother said, well, apparently the video showed he had shot the guy, and the guy was on the ground. It said he continued to shoot this man multiple times.
How can you have that much hate?
Mm. That lets me know that there could be something going on mentally, you know, like a mental
Well,
illness.
and that's another thing. Mental illness is real.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these kids were crack babies. They
Mm-hmm.
were Ritalin babies, and that is showing in these kids.
Bipolar schizophrenia, and it could be off their medication. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just a
but
lot going on.
they doped up the kids so much then. They said, the black kids were hyper. They
Mm-hmm.
were too hyper. So they put them on Ritalin,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
turned them into zombies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
I
you
see
had a
it.
lot
I
of these
see it
kids,
every day. I
they
see
were
it every
crack
day.
babies. They were crack babies.
Or just not getting the proper services for your kids. Okay, so your kid is diagnosed with those diagnoses. You know what I'm saying? There are services out here that will help you allow your child to have a productive life and be a productive member of society. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing
Well,
scary than an
I
individual
still,
out here that's not on
yeah,
medication. They don't have the tools. They cannot conflict resolute. That's a scary individual.
let me tell you something. I don't know. I say they put something in the formula. I got a lot of friends,
Mm-hmm.
kids, they come from two-parent homes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even halfway call and check on their parents. They don't let them know what they doing. And they grew up with the best of everything. So I just still say they put something, I don't know, in the formula or something.
I don't know what's
Because
going on, April, but I just what I'm just saying every single when I say every single day, every other day, I don't want to exaggerate, but every other day I'm watching the news and there is a new murder situation in our city. There's a new some type of shooting that has happened. Horrific stories of 4-year-olds getting shot by drive-bys. People are killing without remorse. They are killing. They're not even hesitating. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there is no filter. There is no buffer. There's nothing. You know, it's just like second
nothing,
nature. And I'm thinking,
nothing, they don't care.
God is on his
It's
way
like
back.
they don't even have a conscience.
Not one. I didn't when I was watching the video. And for those who are just joining now, go back and watch the relay because I show the footage. Just watching him, not one bead of sweat, not one nervous twitch, not one sense of being uneasy or what or understanding the magnitude of the situation that was going on. Nothing. And you done killed a whole individual who was
Yeah,
begging for their life. I just don't. I just could not wrap my mind around it. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
yeah.
Unreal.
And so, they took God out, family structure
Yeah.
is broken down. Uh, like you say, there's nothing wrong if you got a child that has some problems. They can go get medicated. They
Mm-hmm.
can live productive lives, but you got to be an acceptance. Mental illness is real.
And the reason why I went all the way back to childhood is because that's where it begins. You know what I'm saying? Those years are very impressionable and it molds and shape you into the adult that you want to become. You know what I'm saying? And I see it. I see it more often than what I want to see it in our young black men. unable to self-soothe, unable to resolute, unable to articulate their emotion. You know what I'm saying? They get so angry a millisecond. And these people, these kids are early childhood. I mean, I have never seen so many angry preschoolers.
Angry.
I'm talking, and I'm not talking about just whining, crying over a toy. I'm talking about angry, balling their fists up, ready to cut you. Anger. And I'm thinking, where did this come from? You can't
Girl,
reason
they
with them.
showed them this past summer. Girl, they was at the beach. They was at different places. And girl, they was fighting. Girl, like, and the girls was just fighting and hanging with the boys.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know what demonic evil spirit is out there. And I just feel like something is getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
And that's why every day we've been on these shows saying to love each other.
Yeah.
All lives matter.
Yeah.
I love you. I don't care if you got a GED or a PhD.
Right.
You are loved. But sometimes some things too are carried in these kids' DNA too.
And it's hereditary. And you see these kids when they act out like this, and it must be, and the dad's be like, "Oh, that's cute. Oh, you acting just like your dad." You better get a hold to that behavior, because they will grow up and be adults that cannot control their anger, and they're gonna be like this man who traveled 13 miles to kill somebody because he was so angry that he couldn't get in control of his emotions. You see what I'm saying? That stuff is deep seated. That's not just something that just occurred. That man been blowing up like that. And ain't nobody has checked that. Or he hasn't checked himself. Or there's some type of mental delay. I don't know. But to do something like that lets me know that there's some type of mental something going on. Hi, Mika B. I send nothing but love, miracles, and blessings your way. Because guess what? You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Yes. I just was taken back, and those who are just joining us now, you have to go back and watch the relay. I showed the courtroom proceeding and the eruption of the outrage of this man killing this man who begged and pleaded for his life, traveled 13 miles just to kill this man. You know, I just was taken back. I just was taken back.
How are you doing? Yes, I appreciate you allowing me to speak on your channel.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And like I said, it's some evil spirits out there now, and it's apparent, and the world done got so sensitive about the wrong things.
Yeah.
About the wrong things.
Yeah.
It's like what is wrong is right now. Doing pretty good myself.
What is wrong is right. You're right. Yeah.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do right now, for those who are just showing up, I'm going to show the video. This will be my last time showing it. I'm going to show the video.
Yeah, and I'm going to exit from here. Okay. I got to go eat me something. Okay. And thank you so much. And I always come in and support you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The support.
All right.
Enjoy your evening.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So I'm going to show the video one more time, guys, for those who are just joining, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about, and you'll hear the story. And then I'll go back into the article and go with some more of the particulars. And then we're going to let you go. We're not going to hold you. Okay. All right. Here we go, guys.
Chaos in a courtroom in Roseville today as a murder suspect is attacked by the victim's twin brother. It happened right after a video was played in court showing the moment the suspect allegedly shot and killed the victim. Fox News' Hillary Goldston picks up the story.
More than a scuffle, a near full-on brawl in court Wednesday as the family of JaRay Robertson, who was shot to death execution style, went after the man accused of so brazenly and heinously killing Robertson. Jeffrey Clark in court charged with, among other things, first-degree premeditated murder. He allegedly killed Robertson in cold blood very early July 4th. Robertson ran for his life. A woman who has romantic ties to both men spoke in court, saying Clark threatened her after the shooting.
He proceeded to tell me that he would kill me if I told on him. He told me exactly what he did to Mr. Robertson. He told me that Mr. Robertson begged for his life, and that the only thing he was worried about was that he was on tether.
Around 3:15 in the morning on the 4th of July, police say they got to the area of Joy and Franklin and Fraser. They found Robertson shot multiple times on the ground. Video of the shooting played in court, too graphic for us to show here, but it was shortly after the video was played that we witnessed this.
It's an emotional case. I mean, obviously we have an individual who was shot repeatedly. We have members of the victim's family, the defendant's family were present, so it's no surprise that emotions are involved. It's unfortunate that they decided to let those emotions unleash in the courtroom.
Another defendant charged in the case, Tamara Scott, waived her prelim and was bound over to circuit court. Hillary Golston, Fox News.
Okay, guys, and so I'm just going to bring out some of the key points of the case and the video. The reason why there was such an eruption in the courtroom is because they played the full video of the victim being assassinated, and his twin brother was in the courtroom and saw that footage. And they said allegedly he was in the courtroom, and he just kept the twin brother kept mumbling to himself, and he's still shooting him, and he's still shooting him, and he's still shooting him. This man pleaded for his life. He begged for his life. The suspect allegedly traveled 13 miles to after an altercation, after a disagreement, traveled 13 miles to catch up with this individual in a parking lot and killed him, stood over him while this man was pleading for his life, and killed him and continued to shoot him without any remorse. That to me was just heartbreaking. Apparently, allegedly, in the heat of the scuffle in the courtroom, the father of the suspect stood up and said, he wanted to see the suspect and his brother, the twin brother, in the cell together and see what my son do. That was so insensitive. He later did apologize to the family of the victim. There was also a woman who accompanied him in the car, accompanied the suspect in the car. We don't know exactly what the particulars was. If anyone who's watching this live that's local and you have more to update, please put it in the chat. I plan on following up with this story. It is just heartbreaking, and I'm just speaking to what is going on with our society. The humanity part of us has grown cold. To sit there and see a man who is begging for his life and you still kill him speaks to either your mental illness or your incapacity to reason, or your rationality. No regard for life. And the Bible speaks of this, that the hearts of men are going to wax cold. And this makes you leery about just anything, any type of engagement or back and forth with a person. Like I said earlier in the live, if I'm getting in an altercation with somebody, I'm going to be the first to apologize. Not because I'm weak or scary. It's that you don't know what's going on in the mind of the other person. And you saying sorry could very well save your life. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't know what's going on with the other person's mind. We don't know if there's what's holding them, what's captivating them, what has possessed them. We don't know. But you have to think what type of evil had a hold of this man to keep him so much enraged that he did not calm down after driving 13 miles. You still was so angry that you took this man's life. Unreal. 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 This man was pleading for his life. It's just unreal. So we send our condolences and we send our love and our support to the Robertson family. The victim's name was JaRay Robertson, and we're sending our condolences and our strength to that family. Such a horrible crime. But guess what? That wasn't the only thing that happened this week. Just getting up from work, getting up early, you watch the news, you catch the news, and there's children being shot, mothers being shot, houses being shot up. People are just losing their life over over an argument, over a disagreement, over a parking spot, over social media. That's why I am so careful of what I'm saying on social media, because you don't know, again, what's going on in the mind of the other person you directing your negativity to. You don't know if these people's going to get on a plane and fly and pull up on you. You don't know if they're going to be sitting outside your door. You don't know if your coworker is going to show up outside your car, going to meet you outside the job. You don't know. So it's best to walk peacefully. Be slow to anger. Watch what come out your mouth. That's why the scripture says that life and death is in the power of the tongue. No man deserves to die. JaRay Robertson did not deserve to die. He could not have done nothing. Nothing that he did justify him losing his life like that. But we live in a day, in an age where you're going to have to watch as well as pray. You know what I'm saying? You don't like me for whatever reason. You're like, okay, that's fine, baby. You don't have to like me. It's all good. That's my take. I'm not going back and forth with you about what you said about me. I ain't going back and forth with you about what you supposedly doing or did to me. I'm not going back and forth with you because I ain't doing that because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Because you got people out here that cannot resolve. They cannot conflict resolute. They cannot take rejection. They cannot take being fronted off. They cannot take it. Something is wrong with them. They're clicking in their mind. They can't take it no more. And they rather kill you than walk away. They rather kill you than look like a punk. They rather kill you than go on and let you have this woman. I'm going to take you out. You see what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. Honey, this is the day where you need to walk closer to the Lord. And if you don't know the Lord, honey, crack that Bible open and go to Acts 2:38. Find you a church that's teaching holiness. Find you a church that's teaching the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, because, honey, you need it. And anybody who tell you don't, they lying. Anytime somebody track you down and following you for 13 miles and killing you, and all you thinking is, I done got into it with somebody, and you don't know this your last time on earth, you can't tell me that this dude that he didn't know he didn't think that it was gonna end like this. You get into it with somebody and you ain't coming home to your family. This is the time of the day that we're living in, and it's sad, and it's such a sad commentary. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't worth it. Whatever you getting into with whoever you getting into it with, it ain't even worth it, honey. It's not even worth it. There are bigger things to worry about in life. And I feel sorry. And you can see in the video, you can see the pain of that family. This man sitting there swiveling in a chair, calm, cool, to collect. and you done shot my brother, and I gotta watch you shoot my brother, assassination style. And that woman sat up there on that stand, and she said the only thing he was worried about was his tether. No, I'm not. We don't justify violence over here. We don't justify it at all. But that was not unreasonable. To be honest, that was to be expected from the victim's family. That was his twin brother. That man took his twin brother. And he's sitting there watching this man just continually, you're going to keep shooting him after he dead. You're going to keep on. See, that I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm so emotional, but that was senselessness. That was evil. That was dark. That was dark. And this is the world that we living in now. This is the world. You be careful who you bossing up on and who you stepping up on and all of this. Yeah, it ain't worth it. You ain't got nothing to prove. Because you may run across somebody who ain't got all their marbles. You may run across somebody who is off their medication. And honey, sometimes you ain't bigger and badder than a bullet. And I'm not saying that this is what the case was. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in general, we as a people gotta be careful how we moving now. I did a story a couple of months back. A person was doing commentary on an individual, and the man showed up to his house and killed him in the middle of his commentary. Killed him while he was senseless. That man showed up and killed him on his own on live while that man was live. Go back and watch it. Senseless. We got to be more careful how we moving as a people. You understand what I'm saying? It's just it's a lot of darkness out here. And I know I'm probably being redundant and repeating myself over and over again, but this is really, really jarred me. This really jarred me. This really jarred me. People, you just not getting into it with nobody no more. Because people are coming back to kill you. They're coming back to kill you. He begging this man, trying to plead to this man humanity. This man didn't have no humanity. He didn't have no remorse. You don't know who you run across. You thinking, I can make a plea. You know what I'm saying? Or I can, he didn't know that this man did not have no humanity. He didn't care about life or somebody else's life. He didn't care. And he killed this man. It just made me move differently. Honey, you got it. You want this parking spot? Baby, take the whole lot. You understand what I'm saying? You want this table? Baby, take the whole restaurant. You want the last word? Baby, take it all. Yeah, Fifi. I said nothing but blessings and miracles your way. Yeah. They don't value their life. It's a shame. Go back and watch the replay, Fifi. I showed the courtroom video. No value. That's the perfect word to describe it. No value. People are not placing value on. You usually fall out with your neighbor, and it died down. You might get into a family brawl. The families, they both fight. You on the block. And everybody sitting on their porch eating popcorn, watching it. They done got into it. Somebody done said something to their kid and they ain't like it. And they fight. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple of months later, they all barbecuing together. That don't happen no more. Oh, no, I totally understand. I totally understand, Fifi. Yeah. Y'all support, baby. Y'all support the channel, okay? Listen, I digress, and we're gonna get right back into the story. I'm doing something big in March. My best friend died of COVID. It was in People magazine. It was covered nationally. She died of COVID, and then the next day, her husband died of COVID, and they were in 2 different states. My best friend was in Florida, and her husband was here in Detroit, and they left 7 kids behind, and ranging from 23 to 14. Okay, and so I am everybody know I'm a playwright. So we are thank you Fifi for sharing. We are we wrote a play chronicalizing our friendship from high school all the way up to her death. And how many know that just doing this ain't no church play. It's a real play, okay? It's a cost. So if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to support, hit the Cash App and be a sponsor, anything, any amount. Listen, I gotta pay. And then people say, I don't want to beg and all that stuff. I'm not begging. You know what I'm doing? I want to do the best for my best friend. This ain't me pulling on no heartstrings. Anybody who come to this channel, anybody who know me, know that I'm legit. I'm a woman of integrity. If you want to support, I gotta pay for the set. I gotta pay the actors. My actors, my cast, my ensemble that I work with, I pay them. Okay, they don't do it for free. We paying for rehearsal space. We paying for sound. We paying for the venue. We doing all of that. And if you want to be a blessing for this cause, hit the Cash App. If you don't, guess what? We still cool. We still good. Still support the channel. Okay. But if you want to be a blessing, greatly appreciate it. Also, my company, Drama Entertainment, gives back. We are sponsoring a family for Christmas. We do it every year. We either sponsor Thanksgiving or we sponsor Christmas. This year we're doing Christmas. Okay. And it is a family of 2. 3. She's pregnant. They recently was homeless, but they have an apartment now. Kudos for them. And there's a son. So if you say, hey, Queen, I ain't give you my money, it's okay. You still can be a blessing. You can email me, or you can get the items and then email me, and I email you my address. You can mail the items. Go back to my show that says Drama Entertainment Gives Back fundraiser, or Drama Entertainment Gives Back, and you will see the sizes, the colors, their favorite color, the shoe sizes, all of that. Okay. Yeah, StreamYard not free on your time. Yeah. All of her sizes, shoe sizes, and all that stuff. I did all of that in that show. Go back and look at that. And you can just buy the items and mail it. You know what I'm saying? However you want to do it, that's fine. But you support. So I got 2 things going on. Okay. And I'm not a millionaire. All right. So guys, if you want to be a blessing, be a blessing. We ain't hopping on that too much longer. Because people, they be like, quit begging on YouTube and all that stuff. I don't like to beg, but hey, I'm not too proud to say we need help. We need help, and if you can be a blessing, that's cool. All right, but yeah, so we're talking about just the humanity of individuals. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on. This story broke my heart, and I didn't see the story on the news here locally. People talking in the streets, and they were just having a conversation where I was sitting at, and they were just saying how the man was pleading and begging for his life. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm so emotional. I don't want to get emotional, y'all. I don't. He was begging and pleading for his life. And the man still killed him. How can you take a life? How can you, and nothing explains this but just pure evil. Pure evil. You got some people out here, they will shoot you and go make a sandwich and don't care. And the lawyer, he's sitting there talking about something. Unfortunately, people let their emotions. I mean, it ain't even about people letting their emotions. It's about being uncontrollable. It just burst out. It's just like you can't contain that. I could not imagine sitting in no courtroom watching my loved one being gunned down like that and begging for their life. Yeah, I'm gonna be ready to tear all of that up in there. Let's just be real, church or no church. I'm gonna be ready to tear that up. Okay. Yes, yes, Fifi. Yes. Pure evil. All over a dispute or altercation. This man got in his car and tracked this man down for 13 miles. What could this man possibly have done to justify that? And not only that, it's somebody sitting in the car with him. No. And I am going to update this show. I'm going to follow up and get the particulars. I'm very interested in. There were two ladies in the video. There was one that was arrested. They showed her locked up, and there was another lady on the stand, and she was saying that she was romantically involved in both of them. I don't know if this was one of the reasons. I don't know what this caused, but it's a shame that you got to move differently now with people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude, you want to be with her? Take her. I'm not trying to die. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying. I said that nothing in 13 miles. He had time to think about that. Premeditation is what it is. He had time to think about that, to calm down. He had his heart rate. The only thing that I can even reason and wrap my mind around, he had to be mentally ill. Because you ain't angry for that long like that. I mean, I don't know. My makeup is a little bit different. He had time to think about it, and you still was in so much rage that you killed this man. Yeah. Yeah. You killed this man. Took him away from his family. I'm just, and it's not even, it's not even the least of it. You know what I'm saying? It's every day now. You turn your TV on, and that's why you have to love your family, honey. You know what? Wake up in the morning and just give God thanks for just having breath. Give God thanks that you've seen another day. Just give God thanks that you're alive. Give God thanks. Now, and a story a couple of weeks ago. They found a young lady just dead on the freeway, naked, and it was somebody that I knew. It was somebody. Well, I didn't know the person that was dead on the freeway, but it was somebody that was close to me. They knew. It was almost like they were a family member. You know what I'm saying? And kind of find out the young lady met this person on the app, and I guess they had met up or whatever, and he killed her and left her on the freeway naked. And it showed, after they did the autopsy and stuff, it showed that she was fighting for her life. There were signs of fighting, and it's just like, oh my God, what's going on? You listen, leave the apps alone, leave the internet romance, leave that junk alone. The shooter gave up his freedom for nothing. For I'm gonna get you back. That's what he gave it up for. I'm gonna get you back. Or he just crazy and mentally ill. Okay. It's like you can't trust nobody. The only thing you can trust right now is Jesus and those who follow Christ. Well, honey, you might not even trust them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, this is crazy. It's crazy. Unreal. Unreal. Guys, we're going to pause for the cause, and the cause is support. Listen, I want you to check this out. Check it out. Amazon author Claudia Woods has created the most savory visual sensory book for the soul. Cornbread for the Soul. Check it out. Cornbread for the Soul. That's one of my books on Amazon. I have tons of books on Amazon. If you want to support, you can support. All of my literary work is on there. All you have to do is Google my name, Clayling Woods, CLAYLING, on Amazon, and all of my books will come up. And guess what, guys? If you say, listen, I ain't gonna be able to remember all of that. You know what? I got you covered. Check this out.
Amazon author Clayling Woods has supplied all of your literary needs on Amazon. Whether you are an individual, a woman that suffers from depression or low self-esteem, or if you are a little one that looks like us, that may be experiencing bullying at school, or you just don't feel like you fit in, she has the book for you that will give you the pick you up that you need. You are beautiful, you are special, and you are valued. And just in case your family or society have not told you, she has took on the burden, not even the burden, but the cause to tell you that you are beautiful. You are exceptional. You are phenomenal. Check.
All right, guys. So those are some of how my books look. Check them out. Support. Black girl trying to do her thing. Black girl trying to have different ways of income coming in. Support. We gotta support each other, because I'm gonna tell you something. They ain't out there trying to support us. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to get us to turn on each other. They're trying to get us to not support each other. They're trying to get us to support them. But I challenge you to support a black queen, from another black queen to another black queen. Hey, and we don't discriminate over here. Anybody, any type of queen you want to support, come on over here and support. Ain't nothing but good vibes and good things over here. Okay. All right. So again, we send our condolences and our love to JaRay Robertson and his family in this tragic loss and this tragic way of losing their life. And I said that I was only going to show it one time, but just in case somebody has gotten on here late, we're going to show the video one more time, and then you guys, that's going to be it, because we don't want to continue to put it out there. But I do want you to see and this time when I show it, I want you to look at the suspect. And I want you to see just how he don't have no type of nervous, anxious, or nothing. So I want you guys to pay attention just a little bit to the suspect. Okay.
Chaos in a courtroom in Roseville today as a murder suspect is attacked by the victim's twin brother. It happened right after a video was played in court showing the moment the suspect allegedly shot and killed the victim. Fox News' Hillary Golston picks up the story.
More than a scuffle, a near full-on brawl in court Wednesday as the family of JaRay Robertson, who was shot to death execution style, went after the man accused of so brazenly and heinously killing Robertson. Jeffrey Clark in court charged with, among other things, first-degree premeditated murder. He allegedly killed Robertson in cold blood very early July 4th. Robertson ran for his life. A woman who has romantic ties to both men spoke in court, saying Clark threatened her after the shooting.
He proceeded to tell me that he would kill me if I told on him. He told me exactly what he did to Mr. Robertson. He told me that Mr. Robertson back for his life, and that the only thing he was worried about was that he was on tether.
And the only thing he was worried about was that he was on tether. Did you guys see how cool and calm that man was sitting in that chair? Yeah, Fifi. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Fifi. Yeah. We gotta support one another. We have to, because they not doing it. Trust. You can't even get in certain doors. You understand what I'm saying? Just because of the color of your skin, you gotta have somebody walk you through it. That's how things are set up. But how many know God can open up doors that no man can close, right? But did you see how calm and cool that man, the suspect, was sitting, just rocking? I'm like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Y'all can't tell me something ain't wasn't mentally wrong with this man. No. And for the family to have to sit. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. The people talking about something is they talking about, unfortunately, and the family reacted the way. To me, the family acted, and I don't condone violence, but they acted more normal. That was a normal reaction. I'm sorry. That was a normal reaction. I'm not gonna sit there and watch my loved one get shot down like that, and just be chilling, and you in a murderer sitting 5 feet. That's just not gonna happen. And I know I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, but that's a human reaction. But to just sit there, I can't get over the lady saying, and they saying, he said the only thing he was worried about was his tether, not the fact that you just stood over this man and shot him, not the fact that you just pursued this man for 13 miles. You drove 13 miles to kill this man, and you just sitting there cool, calm, and collected. I can't get over that. I'm not gonna get over that. That was one of the things that the article spoke about. Let me finish. Let me finish up, and then we're gonna let y'all go. Okay. So it says that he was shot multiple times. The brother, yeah. What you say, Fifi? He looked like he didn't have a care. Looked like he didn't have a care in the world. Like he wasn't on court. Like he wasn't. Like he just was there. Like he was on a field trip or something. That's how he was looking. It says that they had got. It says that him and the victim had got into an argument. And he was already shooting at him. He was shooting at him before they had got to the parking lot. So it says that Robinson was murdered after he and Clark got into an argument of some kind. It started in Roseville, which is a different city, to where they ended up at. Authorities said that Clark fired shots at Robertson as the victim ran into the city of Frazier before Clark got into his car with the woman and drove around 13 miles before ultimately finding Robertson running north. So he got out the car and just started running. He said the official said that in July, Clark then got out of his car and shot him to death in a parking lot at Joy and Franklin. At this time of the shooting, the defendant had a tether on his ankle, and it placed him at the location. Unreal. Devils don't care. You're right. Devils don't care. They don't care. He shot at this boy. He shot at this man and followed him and killed him over an argument. An argument. An argument. Took this man's life. I'm blown back. I am blown back. I'm blown back. It's just I have no words. I just have no words. Yeah, it's very horrible. I have no words. I have no words. I have no words. I have no words. Oh, thank you for your support, guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. I have no words. This is the time that we're living in, guys. And so I admonish you, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, put this video out. Let's just try to do better as individuals, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you right now, you don't have a point to prove to nobody. You ain't got to prove how big and bad you are. An argument ain't worth your life. Do you hear what I say? An argument is not worth your life. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to back down. It's okay to say, baby, you got it. Whatever you say, okay, because it ain't worth it. It simply is not worth it. You get into an argument and what? You die? No, it's not worth. So as a people, we just got to do better. We got to do better. Send your love and send your prayers to the family of JaRay Robertson. Just continue to keep them in prayer. Guys, I promise you that I'm going to do better about getting back on the show. Yeah. What did you say, Fifi? A real man walks away. A real man, a real woman walks away. Because you ain't got nothing to prove, honey. You ain't got nothing to prove. And I'm going to tell you something before I get off of here. I want to tell you something. This YouTube stuff, these YouTube beefs and all this stuff, and I ain't gonna lie, I have been caught up in some stuff and got in my feelings and felt like, oh, I need to address. Trust me, my whole attitude done changed on that. I don't have to address nothing. Your life, how you live your life, speaks to your character, and how you treat people speaks to your character. And at the end of the day, people who know you, they really know you. They know your character. You know what I'm saying? A truth gonna be a lie down every time. You see what I'm saying? All this back and forth, all this beef, and all of this stuff. This stuff can resonate in your real life. That's why it's just cool. It behooves you to go ahead and live your life. False pride take you to jail. You better believe it. Pride. God hates that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to prove. Nothing to prove to nobody here on this fake YouTube. I can say fake, but this pretentious, this social media. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. And that's the mentality that we need to have. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, the last couple of months, this YouTube been very entertaining. I treat this like reality TV. I don't even have to have cable no more because of what's going on these channels. You understand what I'm saying? People gonna have to learn how to separate this YouTube from real life, because it ain't worth it. It's not worth it just because you don't like me, or you did something that I don't like, or you done rub me the wrong way. It done got out of control. It's like, come on, what's going on here? You taking this too personal, like some grown-up toddlers or something. I'm gonna talk about you because you talked about me, and I'm gonna talk about you because you did this, and I'm gonna expose this, and I'm gonna do this. You know, people don't got no boundaries no more. They don't have no respect no more. They don't take friendship seriously no more. You know what I'm saying? They misconstrue what you say, and try to build a wedge, or they try to build destruction. Or you know what I'm saying? That ain't worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it, and it makes me question your mentality. It makes me question, is something wrong with you? Yeah, Fifi. They take these people. They take it serious. Like straight up. I'm gonna pull up on you because you said I look like a clown, or I'm gonna pull up on you because you said I'm ugly, or I'm gonna pull up on you because you didn't respond to me in the chat. or I'm gonna pull up on you because you said something to me in the chat, or I'm gonna pull up on you because you blocked. Like, get out of here! Like, hold up. Let's do a reality check. Let's do a reality check. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, listen, this is YouTube. This ain't your real life. When you turn your phone off and you turn your computer off, baby, you got light bills, you got rent. I don't know what people get. You got bills. I know I do. I got to go to work. I got real family. I got real friends. You see what I'm saying? This ain't real, people. You're spending too much time and too much energy into people that you ain't never been in a room with. Does that make sense? Okay? You ain't even never met these people, but yet you're so invested in them that you hate them. You hate their guts. You wish they bleed out their side. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. You ain't even never met these people for real. Am I telling the truth? Am I telling the truth? You get mad at people because they're supporting people. You get mad at them because you're not supporting them. Like, listen, and I keep saying this, even as a content creator, stop falling out with everybody because it ain't fair to your subscribers. Because here you are all friends with everybody, and we subscribe to y'all, to each other, and then y'all fall out. Then y'all mad at us because we still subscribe. Like, I don't know if you gonna be mad at this person this week. Because what should I do? Should I unsubscribe? Okay, now y'all friends again. Okay, so should I resubscribe? Like, come on, y'all. People is falling out because you say hey to somebody they done fell out with that they once was friends with. Like, I can't make this stuff up. I can't keep up with it, and I ain't gonna feel bad about it. Like I say, everybody is safe over here, Queen to Queen. Even if y'all in beef with each other, I welcome everybody in. This is a neutral, safe space. The safe word is love over here. Everybody is welcome over here. Because at the end of the day, I'm not that invested to hate somebody. Because it's your version, their version, and then it's the actual truth. You understand? I love everybody. I love my supporters. And I pray that ain't nobody fell out with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I pray that, you know what I'm saying? And for those who I know, they probably kind of salty at me. I love you too. I love you. And I miss you. And I sent out love to you. And I tried to reach out to you. And I'm praying for you. And guess what? I love you. And I hope that you would know my character enough to know I'm very approachable. And I know I probably said some mean, guess what? I probably said some mean things, but guess what? I'm sorry. And I love you. Okay? And it's okay. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Life is short. We're going through too much to be hating somebody and being bitter and being vindictive and trying to destroy people. We're going through too much to be spending energy to try to hate and tear down and verbally kill people. Going through too much. You know what I'm saying? To keep a lie going. To keep destruction going, or to want to continue to keep destruction going. We are going through too much in your personal life. You may not share it out here on YouTube because everybody wanna make like everything is roses and everything is good on YouTube, but it's not. And at the end of the day, honey, give it up. Give it up. Let it go. Be the first one to say, you know what, I'm not gonna be in this mess. I'm not gonna be involved in all of this. Because it ain't worth it. You spend your energy tearing down somebody, spend your energy building up somebody. You spend your energy talking about somebody's failure and downfall, like you don't got failure and downfall in your life. It ain't worth it. You pointing your finger at somebody, you got 4 fingers pointing back at you. You ain't heard that before? Talk about something that is that's has something to promote peace and love. I know that sounds corny. I know it sounds like ain't nobody thinking about that. People want to be entertained. Yeah, people do want to be entertained. But when you stand before the Lord, honey, your maker, he gonna ask you, what did you do with his time? I'm gonna always go back to that. Because we got to give an account for what we do here on this earth. Quit following behind a lie. Oh, thank you for service, sweetie. Enjoy your evening. And again, I said nothing but blessings your way. Tell everybody about Queen and Queen. Ain't nothing but good and positive vibes over here, sweetie. All right. Thank you so much. Support the truth and not a lie. You know what really trips me up. And I know I'm going a different way. I done the story already. People just getting on here, you're gonna have to go back to watch the video and watch the footage and all of that. Okay. But what really trips me out is that people are so willing to believe what somebody tell them that's the truth. When these people have not even been in the same room with these individuals. I never take anything by face value. You understand what I'm saying? You can get caught up like that. Quit being so quick to jump on a bandwagon of mess. Quit being so quick to jump on a bandwagon to tear somebody down or to run with something, a lie, or being messy. I ain't saying you gotta be perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Heck, I'll get caught up in a minute. And I have gotten caught up on this channel. I have. I ain't gonna lie. I did. Because I'm human. You know what I'm saying? But when you notice something, you want to try to correct that. Because mess begets mess, right? This platform that we have is so important because you reach other people. You reach more people than just you. You're able to reach multiple people. So you got to be careful of what you put out. Because you reap what you sow, right? You got to be careful of what you're saying. Because what you put out there, it's going to come back to you. You understand what I'm saying? And you could brush this off like she don't even know what the blankly blank she talking about. And she's so naive. And this is a business. It is. But at the end of the day, God ain't going to ask you about your algorithm. He ain't going to ask you about your analytics. At some point, you got to have some morality about yourself. And I'm speaking to myself. At some point, when is enough enough? You done got caught up in your feelings. It's like a dog with a bone. Like, when you going to let that go? Your whole life is caving in around you and you still talking about, it is what it is. No. You looking and you're sounding crazy. There are more important things in life than keeping up with a YouTube beat. And I'm not speaking to anybody specific. I'm speaking in general. Stop wasting YouTube content creators. Y'all don't understand the platform that you have. It's so important. It's so impressionable. Spend it lifting it up. Spend it bringing attention to goodness, or sharing knowledge, or putting good things out there, or lifting somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Or just sharing your past pain and hurt to upbuild somebody else, or sharing your life experiences, or sharing your talents, you know what I'm saying? Or sharing your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But to spend it on here to tear somebody down, that's a waste of time. It's a waste. It's a waste. It's a waste, guys. All right. So listen, let me tell you something. Support the family of JaRay Robertson. Continue to pray for them. Also, if you want to share, if you want to support what I'm doing, I'm adopting a family for Christmas. We want to make it real big for this family. They've been through a lot. We want to make it big. I can't do it on my own. I'm asking for my subscribers to help out. If you want to help out, please Cash App or please reach out to me via email. And you can put in the chat, hey, I want to be a blessing to the family, and I'll give you my address. You can mail the items to me. You and I got to cash out me because I know people are trusting about their money. I'm also doing a play. Talking about my best friend who tragically lost her life last year from COVID, her and her husband. If you want to be a sponsor and support that, please feel free to do. This is good ground over here. I'm a woman of integrity over here. And you see where your money go. Thank you for all my past supporters. I appreciate you because people don't have to do what they do. And those who wrote it out with me, even writing out with me the show, I appreciate you because you don't have to give me your time. And I thank you for that. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm not going to keep you all day. This is your queen, Clayleen, saying be great. Bye-bye.